Is your dog a lion pose sleeper? Or maybe they like a little donut siesta? Is she a crazy legs snoozer? Or maybe he's a Superman napper? What does your dog's sleeping position mean about them? Let's bark about it. Welcome back to Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm Bernie Zilio, and I'm on a mission to answer every doggone question you have ever had about your fur babies. And today, we're talking about what your dog's sleeping habits reveal about them. Let's be real, our canine companions love their cat naps. And if your dog is anything like my dog Pod, he or she spends more time asleep than they do awake. So, chances are you've seen your pup sleep in every single one of these positions at one point or another. But when your dog settles in for their slumber or just to take a little daytime siesta, their sleep pose of choice can actually communicate a lot about what they're feeling in that very moment in time. For example, if your dog chooses to fully splay out on the floor like Superman, this position allows your pup to pop right up as quickly as possible when the need for play strikes. The Superman sleeping position is really popular among puppies who tend to nap a lot, but then wake up and get the zoomies, and then take another nap, and then wake up and get the zoomies. Well, you get the picture. But this position also allows your dog to cool off. See, the fur on their underbelly is not as deep and insulating as the fur on the rest of their body. So when your dog is all splayed out on the hardwood floor or any other cooler surface, this pose can actually help them cool off when they get a little too hot. Speaking of things I personally prefer hot, the donut. The donut sleeping position is when your doggo is all curled up and looking like a little snack. They just look so precious in this pose. It turns out it's when they're at their purest. A study at Cornell University's College of Veterinary Medicine looked at how shelter dogs sleep when they're completely undisturbed, and almost all of the dogs in that study slept like this, all curled up in a little ball. Fun fact, when my sister's dog sleeps in this position, they call him Curly, and now they only call him Curly even when he's not sleeping in that position. The head researcher of that Cornell study, Dr. Catherine Hopt, says dogs do this to make themselves as small as possible and that it helps them regulate body temperature. She also hypothesizes that this makes them feel less vulnerable. Actual donuts, as well as doggo donuts, make me feel less vulnerable too. And truthfully, they make the world a better place. Do you know what else makes the world a better place? Seeing your dog fast asleep in that crazy legs position. You know which one I'm talking about. This might be the funniest thing our pups do, and it's my dog Pod's favorite position. This is when they sleep on their backs with their legs all splayed out in the air, not a care in the world. How do they even sleep like that? We may never know, but we do know that this sleeping position is another way your doggo can cool off. Remember what I said about their bellies having thinner fur? Well, this position actually allows your puppy to literally expose their cute tummies to the fresh, cool air so that they can break their temperature down. What's interesting though, is that it's a very vulnerable position, meaning it's hard for your pupper to get up quickly from this sleeping pose, and all of their most sensitive areas are exposed. So if your dog sleeps in this position a lot, it means they feel super safe and comfortable in their environment and with you. Can you feel the love tonight? Yes, that was my awkward Lion King reference to bring us full circle of life to the last position of this video. Don't worry, there will be a part 2. It's the lion pose. This is when your dog's paws are stretched forward and he's resting his or her little squishy face on their paws. When your doggo is sleeping like they just finished hunting in the Serengeti or are a spitting image of those large lion statues in front of buildings, that kind of means they're just taking a little nap-a-doo. Experts think that this position reveals that your pup is not in a deep sleep, but rather just taking a little snoozle or resting his or her eyes. They need that beauty rest to be king or queen of the jungle. Okay, I have to know, how does your pup sleep? What positions would you like us to see cover in part 2? Leave them in the comment section below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio, and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single doggone episode. We'll see you next time.